Taurus. Hello, hey Taurus, this is Tara from Tara's Tarot. I'm here with your August reading and I've dealt the cards. I'm definitely going to need clarity on your reading though, because there's something interesting going on here. But if anyone wants a personal reading, I do offer personal readings. You can email me at tara@tarastarot.com. You can book below as well. Okay, Taurus, let's get started. So for you guys right off the bat, this looks extremely positive. We've got love here, self-empowerment, a big victory, hope leading the way, something developing and growing and blooming, a good emotional experience. So things are looking really good, but there's something that comes in that's a challenge, and I want to kind of look at that. But let's just start from the beginning, and we'll go through and see what we can bring through. So we're starting off with the Two of Cups. So I don't know if you're in a relationship, if you're falling in love, if you're, hooking up with a kindred spirit, or you have a business partner, or this is basically like when things resonate with each other and there's a match and they are drawn together and it's harmonious. This could be also about reconciliation, healing, but it seems that something as far as relationship is going really well for you, and that you have the same vision, you have the same feelings for each other or for this project that you're working on. So, but most typically this is feeling somebody and they are feeling you too. So, that's just a good card to see right off the bat. And then we got the Magician crossing this. So another significant energy is the Magician for you. And this is all about manifesting and accessing your own power and creating with it. So you're probably really in the flow. You're probably really in alignment right now. You're bringing forth, from above to below. You're creating what you're in, that magical zone where and this doesn't even have to be like something you've tried to do or something you're intending to do, but this is just when we're in the flow, everything's in the right position, and we really are accessing our own power and bringing that forth. So I feel like things should be going really well for you. You're in alignment. Things should be happening very effortlessly for you. There should be a lot of good stuff coming into your life. And, you're in the right zone to create and to manifest. Now guiding you from underneath, so this is the subconscious energy, the star. So this is all about belief, pure, true belief in something, and having that belief guide you, following signs, having hope, and having a vision. And we can't underestimate what that does for us to really believe in something. That is so powerful. So, whenever this energy comes in, you might be feeling like, you're in the right place, or you're being guided to something that you're meant to do, or like you're very passionate and overcome with something that is where you should be going, and you believe in it, and you're just open to that, wherever that journey takes you. Okay, there's a vision here. So you're probably feeling really positive and very swept up in something, and like, this is the right path, and everything just seems to be positive and in alignment right now. As if it wasn't positive enough, on the top of the reading we've got the Six of Wands. So this is a big victory for you. Something's going your way, something's going really well, and often this is kind of like a public victory where other people see what you're doing or can celebrate with you, or they're cheering you, they're proud of you, or it just feels that way where it's such a big deal, and it's such a victory that you're like proud of yourself, and it's like, wow, I did it. I really did it. I came this far. I achieved something recognizable. So for a lot of you, this could be a love relationship that, you're finally kind of together, or you finally shared your feelings for each other, or you finally met someone, and it's a huge victory. You're feeling on top of the world, and this feels like it was destined, like you've been guided to this point, and you feel very in control, and like your mojo is flowing, like you're in alignment with yourself and what you want, and it's coming to you. Now in the near future, we've got the Knight of Wands, okay? So this is like something coming in quickly, something coming in, going out, something, so I want to get clarity on that real quick, because that can really go a lot of different ways, and it kind of might tie into the rest of the reading, which I'm kind of confused about, so I want to see what we get for that. Alright, so what's the significance of this Knight of Wands in the near future for Taurus? What is going on with this Knight of Wands in the near future for Taurus? Because it definitely is like associated with romance too in some ways, like very passionate, very fiery, very captivating, like, yes, I'll go with you, yes, take me on your horse. But it can also be kind of cautionary, like it's not the most grounded energy. It can kind of like lose interest or be in and out, and so I kind of just want to see what this is kind of slanting towards. What is this Knight of Wands for Taurus? Knight of Wands for Taurus. Knight of Wands for Taurus. Okay. Okay, so we got the Four of Cups. That's kind of what I was feeling. So, okay. So something might happen where I don't know, this might be only for some of you, but you know, I mean, but everything is in alignment right now, so I don't understand why this is like making me feel like there's some disappointment associated with this Knight of Wands. Maybe the Knight of Wands, okay, maybe it's not like necessarily he loves you and leaves you, or she's in and out of your life, but and nothing like malicious behind it, but maybe it's more just that person had to leave or go somewhere or travel, or there's some kind of urgency and quickness there that has you feeling kind of down. So the Four of Cups is kind of like not being happy with the situation, feeling bored or apathetic or not happy, not fulfilled. This is not what I want. Just kind of like, well, I'm here. I mean, I'm kind of like in this situation, but you know, what's happening? Like, I don't know, if there's not much going on. I'm kind of left here by myself. So let me get one more, because so far I'm feeling like everything feels good. It doesn't feel unhealthy. It doesn't feel wrong. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, I feel like for some of you, like, someone could kind of leave you in the dust, like leave you in the cold, and you might be feeling, because in the environment we got the Five of Pentacles, that's like being rejected or shut out, feeling lost, feeling like there's a lack, feeling like you're on your own, you don't have what you need. All right, let's get another one for the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Swords. So I think something might be happening with this Knight of Wands. There's something there that's going to bring something not very fun to deal with. Some anxiety, worrying, and feeling like you're not fulfilled, like you're kind of in a funk, like you can't really engage with this, you can't really feel the fulfillment here. Because it's interesting, the outcome is looking like you're working on themes of inner strength and power and facing fears. Like something happens all of a sudden, unexpectedly, and it forces you to continue on your journey in an unexpected way, but it's meant to be. it's right for your soul to go through this journey and kind of leave something behind. Because in the environment, or in the outcome, we've got the Strength card, which is good. You know, this is often these opportunities to go through the Strength energy can be a pain in the ass because it forces us to find our inner strength. It's like something we have to contend with, we have to deal with. But it's such a freaking blessing in disguise to go through this because you really do find what you're made of. You can control yourself, you can control your emotions, you can control your baser instincts to have a more calm, to be in control of yourself, not to let your, you know, emotions control you or your fears control you, right? So this is like essential, and this is something that will stay with us forever. So you're kind of going through something that's going to enable you to rely on your strength, to know what you're made of, to show how powerful you are. We've got the Eight of Cups, which is kind of like leaving behind an emotional investment or an emotional attachment, because there's something calling you, there's something you have to do that's more meaningful, that's more important right now for your soul, for your journey. It's kind of like moving on to the unknown. So you might turn your back on this connection for some reason. And this might only be for some of you that need this message. Like if you're, this is not to like add any negativity to your life or scare you. This is just if you happen to be in this situation and you feel this is right for you and you're already going through this, this is guidance for you. You're meant to hear this. But this might not pertain to you. This is a general reading. So sometimes it's the amount of people, the most people that have something in common that need the message get it, but sometimes it's the few people who really need it get it. So yeah, it looks like you're moving on from something. Then we've got the Devil. So this is like, you know, on one hand facing our fears so that they cannot control us anymore, which again is an invaluable lesson, that, and the same fear cannot haunt us forever. We're free from it. But it can also be the themes of, you know, unhealthy attachment, addictions. Maybe you're obsessed with someone. Maybe it's not a healthy dynamic. Maybe you're in love with someone who's married. Maybe you're in love with someone who has a drug problem. Maybe you know, this could be anything, but this is something that's based on illusion, that is not good for you, that isn't what it seems, that kind of has its hooks in you, and you have the ability to walk away. You have the power to overcome this. But something about fear keeps you there. Something about you feel like you're trapped, or you feel like you have to be in this position when you don't. So again, it's an opportunity to go through that experience. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. So this is when something comes in and disrupts the status quo. Something shocking happens, and it's like, where did that come from? Now I have to contend with all this stuff and deal with all this stuff. But it's necessary. It kind of like comes in and is meant to break apart the status quo. It's meant to ruffle feathers. It's meant to instigate, which I feel like for you is so that your soul goes through these experiences right now that it needs to go through. That's good for it. You know, these are fated cards. These are something on a soul level that's resonating with us right now that we're passing through. We can't avoid these things. We can pass through them and we learn from them. And that sets us up for our next set of lessons in our next course. So I hate to be, I feel like I'm like, this is so, it's not negative. It's just like, I don't want to leave you with the feeling like if something's going well and you're in alignment with something that it's going to be like ripped from you, you know. But this just message is something I have to share. I'm going to pull some other cards too. The Empress card is here. This is on the bottom of the deck. So this is showing that things are happening in the timing that they're meant to, that something is being developed, something is being getting ready to be born in your life. It's just following the divine timing it takes to be ready. But there's so much abundance, there's so much potential here. All right, let me pull some of these guidance cards, because this kind of has me, see what I mean? It's so jarringly different. It's like everything's great, and then the near future, something kind of happens, and then the outcome just is like working on some of these kind of heavy lessons, but okay, so what is Taurus's guidance right now? What's going on? What messages do you have for Taurus? Dang, hold on. What messages for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? What will help Taurus? Okay, that just popped out, but I put it back, but I'll see if it comes out again. Taurus. No, wait, hold on, sorry. Taurus. Okay. All right. Here's what we got. So we got positive thoughts creates positive results. So, you know, if we ever find ourselves in a situation that scares us or isn't where we want to be, there's always a way out. There's always something new. There's always, you know, this is an infinite universe. There's always, sometimes we feel like, oh my God, we're stuck, we're trapped, we have to deal with this. But there is a positive way forward. It just might mean having to be more flexible or change your plan or change your course. But and there always is a positive behind, not to be too Pollyanna, but behind everything that's going on. You know, we can take it and make it something for our benefit, something moving us forward. So it's just giving you a reminder to focus on the positive and try to cultivate those positive thoughts. We've got prayer will help with this situation. So don't forget to pray. Ask for help. We will get it. You know, we've got angels, there's God, there's all our team, our guides. You know, literally we're connected to the universe, and that's how, you know, quantum physics works. It's about choosing potentials, creating, you know, potentials, and, you know, believing in that and asking for that help. So, you know, don't, you know, remember to pray if that's something that you feel drawn to and that helps you. We've also got shield yourself. So it's almost making me feel like, okay, maybe this person that you're connected with, do they have to leave for some reason? That's not like necessarily them leaving you in the lurch, but do they have to like move for some reason, and it's just like shit. And it's just like a life lesson in terms of dealing with these fears, realizing your strength. But shield yourself, you know, we need to protect our energy. This is when we could be more vulnerable. It doesn't mean something bad's going to happen. Just be careful. But this can mean when we're open, when our heart's open, when we're really sensitive, just to remember to put that bubble, that prayer bubble around you, and be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your energy. Don't put yourself in a situation. If, say, for example, you're feeling kind of down and vulnerable, and your friends want you to go to a party, and you're like, I really don't think that's a good idea. They'll be drinking. And then you end up against your better gut feeling going to this party, and you're really not in the good mental state, and you have too much to drink, and then you start crying in a corner and getting in a fight with your you know, it's like shield and protect your energy. Do what's good for you. Don't you know. Okay, we got focus upon divine and perfect health. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. And this is the positive thoughts create. I also got explore your options. That popped out, but I put it back. I don't know, guys. This doesn't, I mean, I feel like you're almost being like, you're meant to go through what lessons this brings up for you, and it's a really good thing, but it's something, it's like, we don't want to deal with this, but it's actually so good for us for the long term to have to go through this. And the message here is, stay positive, focus upon divine and perfect health, pray, that will help, shield yourself, and keep your eyes on your targeted intention. I don't know, this one has me a little stumped. If this resonates with you, I would love to hear how. If it doesn't, let me know if you want a personal reading. Again, you can email me at tara@tarastarot.com or just book below. And I hope you guys have a great month. I almost want to do another reading for you guys, but I have to at least stop for now. But I just think this is about it's that time when you're going to benefit for these lessons. And for some of you, it might be very mild. For some of you, this might not apply. For some of you, this might be hit you a little hard, but it's all good. It's meant to happen. You're meant to kind of go through this, and you're going to gain, rewards from it. It's just one of those things that everyone has to go through at different points of their life. And I don't know exactly what it means for you, but it's definitely, touching on themes of overcoming fear, knowing your strength, and moving forward in a way that you feel like you should. So I really hope that you guys are okay this month. I will see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions, and I would love to see your comments below. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye, Taurus.